What you mentioned actually happened. There is something important you need to understand today. For a long time, you questioned whether the thoughts in your heart mattered. You wondered if the desires you whispered to yourself when nobody was listening had any significance. You questioned whether the dreams that appeared repeatedly in your mind were simply imagination or something more meaningful. The truth is that what you mentioned, what you quietly hoped for, what you secretly envisioned, actually happened in ways you may not have fully recognized yet. Life has a strange way of moving behind the scenes, while you were focused on the obstacles standing directly in front of you. Countless events were already being arranged beyond your view. Conversations were taking place. Opportunities were being formed. Circumstances were shifting. Paths were opening. People were entering positions where they would eventually cross your journey. At the time, none of it seemed connected. In fact, many moments appeared completely unrelated to the future you desired. Some days looked ordinary. Some days looked disappointing. Some days looked like failure. Yet those very moments became part of a larger story. You see, people often expect transformation to arrive with noise, excitement, and immediate evidence. They expect dramatic signs and instant results. But real change rarely works that way. Real change often begins quietly. It begins when nobody notices. It begins when nothing seems different. It begins when progress is invisible. And because it is invisible, many people give up before they realize that the process has already started. You were not abandoned during the waiting season. You were being prepared. Every challenge taught you something. Every delay strengthened something. Every setback revealed something. Every closed door redirected something. What looked like rejection was often protection. What looked like loss was often redirection. What looked like silence was often preparation. Think about the person you used to be. Think about your mindset years ago. Think about how you handled disappointment. Think about how you responded to uncertainty. You are not the same person anymore. You have developed patience. You have gained wisdom. You have discovered resilience. You have learned how to keep moving forward even when circumstances become difficult. Those changes did not happen overnight. They happened little by little. One lesson at a time. One challenge at a time. One victory at a time. And now, when you look back, you can begin to see how every piece fits together. The situation you once worried about eventually taught you something valuable. The opportunity you missed eventually led you towards something better. The relationship that ended eventually made room for healthier connections. The mistake you regretted eventually became a lesson that protected you from future problems. Nothing was wasted. Not the tears. Not the confusion. Not the waiting. Not the uncertainty. Not the struggle. Every experience contributed to the person you are becoming. There were moments when you felt completely alone. Moments when you believed nobody understood your thoughts. Moments when you questioned whether your efforts were making any difference. Yet even during those moments, progress continued, growth continued, development continued, movement continued. You simply could not see it. A seed beneath the soil looks inactive, but beneath the surface, roots are forming. Strength is developing. Life is expanding. Preparation is occurring. The same principle applies to your journey. Many things were developing beneath the surface long before visible results appeared. This is why patience remains one of the most powerful qualities a person can possess. Patience does not mean doing nothing. Patience means continuing to move forward even when immediate results are absent. Patience means trusting the process even when evidence is limited. Patience means believing that today's effort will eventually produce tomorrow's reward. You have already demonstrated this strength many times. You continued when quitting felt easier. You persisted when discouragement appeared. You kept believing when doubt tried to take control. That determination matters more than you realize. The future is often shaped by people who refuse to stop, not because they are fearless, not because they are perfect, but because they continue moving despite fear and imperfection. The world often celebrates visible success. However, the most important victories happen internally before they appear externally. Confidence develops before achievement. Belief develops before accomplishment. Character develops before recognition. Discipline develops before results. That is why your journey has meaning. The invisible work matters. The unseen effort matters. The private battles matter. The difficult decisions matter. Every time you chose growth over comfort, you moved closer to the future you desired. Every time you chose persistence over surrender, you strengthened your foundation. Every time you chose hope over despair, you expanded your possibilities. And now, many things are beginning to align. Perhaps not perfectly, perhaps not instantly, but noticeably. You may already see signs, small improvements, unexpected opportunities, new ideas, fresh motivation, stronger confidence, better understanding. These are not accidents. These are indications that progress is occurring. Life rarely changes all at once. Instead, it changes through a series of moments. One opportunity, one conversation, one decision, one breakthrough, one step, then another, until one day you look around and realize that everything is different. The future you imagine begins to look less like a dream and more like reality. The goals you once considered impossible begin to feel attainable. The confidence you once lacked begins to feel natural. The strength you once needed begins to exist within you, and suddenly, you understand something important. The process was working the entire time, even when you doubted it, even when you questioned it, even when you could not see it. The process was working, the preparation was happening. The growth was occurring, the transformation was unfolding, and that is why you must continue moving forward. Do not allow temporary obstacles to convince you that permanent defeat has arrived. Do not allow delays to convince you that your future has disappeared. Do not allow uncertainty to convince you that progress has stopped. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep building. Keep learning. Keep improving. Keep trusting that every positive action creates momentum. Momentum may begin slowly, but once it develops, remarkable things become possible. Many people underestimate the power of consistency. A single effort may seem small. A single positive choice may seem insignificant. A single day of discipline may seem unimportant, but repeated consistently, those actions create extraordinary outcomes. Mountains are climbed one step at a time. Books are written one page at a time. Success is built one decision at a time. Transformation happens one day at a time. Your future is not determined by one moment. It is shaped by the collection of moments you choose every day. And if you continue choosing growth, persistence, and belief, you will continue moving toward something greater than you can currently imagine. Remember this whenever doubt appears. Remember this whenever fear speaks loudly. Remember this whenever progress feels slow. What you mentioned actually happened. The journey already began. The changes already started. The momentum already exists. And the story is far from over. In many ways, the most meaningful chapters have not even been written yet.